So let's say, on average the product, everybody's making around, $8,000 to $10,000 a month on this specific product. And then let's say it tanks for whatever reason, and then everyone's making the half of what they used to make. You're still making a decent amount of income. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about how to use the Jungle Scout Chrome extension the right way. So if you guys are new to Amazon FBA completely, or Amazon in general, using the Chrome extension is going to be your greatest asset and tool when trying to figure out whether or not a product is good or not. So you definitely need this tool, either this or Viral Launch. Those two tools are the best that are working right now when finding good products. I don't recommend using any free tools like Unicorn Smasher, because those the data that it gives is inaccurate, and you gotta remember, product research is the most important thing. So you just want to make sure that the tools that you are using are going to be the most reliable that are available. So first thing that we're going to do, let me go ahead and put that there. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and search up a product. So generally I like to use the angle as a ruler as just an example. Now don't invest into this product because it is highly competitive. So the first thing that we want to do after we download it, now the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, you can get the light version. That's really all you need. I believe it's like $90, and then the Pro version, which includes like the opportunity score, which basically tells you on a scale of 1 to 10, how much opportunities there is in a product, and also it gives you like the FBA fees and the weight, I believe, and the liquidity or something like that. But you really don't need the Pro version, you just need the light version. But I'm going to be showing you guys how exactly to use this properly. So go ahead, and once you download and get it on the Chrome extension, go ahead and click it. And then we're going to go ahead and wait for it to load. Now Jungle Scout recently did a update, so it's going to be much more in depth for you guys. I don't remember if the light version includes updates or if it's just the same as it's always been. But alright, so the first thing that we're looking at here. So I'm going to go through all this stuff for you guys that are, since some of you guys might be completely new. So the first thing that we're going to look at here is we want to make sure we're looking at the top 10 organic people that are ranking for this keyword. So as we can see right here, these are the top 10, and go all the way down here, these are the top 10, right? Now, one thing that I see some people doing that they don't really they don't pay attention to is you have to make sure there is no sponsored listings at the top. So I already set my filter to that, but if you see SP or right here, that means a listing is sponsored. That means people are paying to be in that position. So you don't want that. You want to know exactly who is in these first couple positions without having to pay for it. You want to know who is ranking for it organically. So you go to columns here, and then just make sure that sponsored products is unchecked. And then of course you can click on these other things like number of sellers, product dimensions, product weight. Go ahead and click on that. I don't know if you get this in the light version or Pro version, but this is what it has on here. Let's go ahead and save that. Alright, so now that we're looking at the Jungle Scout Chrome extension now, the first thing that we're going to look at is the reviews. So the reviews are generally the most important thing that we want to look at here, and the main reason is because these are what's going to tell us all about the market. So it's going to tell us, is the product competitive? Is the product in demand? So generally 178 reviews, that's not a lot. Especially if you only see a couple sellers that have that. Now, if it's sellers at the very top that have these amount of reviews, that in that terms, it might be a little bit sketchy. Let me go ahead and refresh this real quick. Okay, so it appears the first two do have 178 reviews. This has a median demand of 7, and the average price is $10.74. Now, looking down here, you can tell that this product has a very low profit margin, and what that means is that Amazon, they take away fees from your product once you actually sell it, and that really just depends on the dimensions of the product, the actual weight of the product. All that comes in a factor, and basically Jungle Scout estimates the fees for you right here. but you basically just have to subtract that from your selling price. So by looking at this alone, by the sales price and stuff, it's not a good product to jump onto. And especially with these reviews here, people are making, they have 178 reviews and they're only making, 8,000. People have 279, he's only making 4,800, selling it for 899. And the list continues here. So we definitely want to avoid products like these that have very low profit margins like this, because generally a good profit margin is anywhere from $7 all the way up. And the way usually you get those type of profit margins when you have a decent retail price for your product. So anywhere from $15 to $20 and up. So generally, I like personally, I'd stay around like the 20 range, $18 to $20 and up. So that way you have a whole bunch of wiggle room. So just in case the product, it steeps down or goes up and the market changes, you'll have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to the profit. So that when if it's like a product like this, and the product just tanks and it's not really selling that much anymore, if your product is priced at $8 or $9 and you're not getting that much profit, you're probably making maybe $5 or $4 profit off of each sale. And even if you're selling a couple hundred each month, that's not a lot of money. So you just have to keep that in mind when you guys are jumping onto their products. So generally what I say for price is to have anywhere from $15 to $20 up. Just make sure that the monthly sales is at least 250, and of course that's going to vary differently depending on the price range for your product. So for this product right here, if you look at the sales compared to the actual selling price, that's absolutely horrible. So we definitely don't want that. Now if you had a product that was priced at I don't know, $30 or $40, and you had this many sales a month, that's when that's an exception, right? So you'd be making around $3,000 each month based off of those 100 sales for like $30. And also going on to the next thing, which is the monthly revenue. Honestly guys, this is my preference when I'm looking at products, is I want the average revenue for this product to be anywhere from around 7,000, no, I'd probably say 5,500 and up from there. So if most people are averaging around $5,000 or so per month, that's when I start looking at the product. That's why when I start considering it as a potential product. And the reason is because it's that wiggle room factor, right? If the product tanks or it does better, it's always giving us that wiggle room. So just in case something bad happens, and then you're not making much profit as you used to, the product doesn't just completely tank, and then you lose all your profits from that because the product just simply does not make enough each month. So let's say on average the product, everybody's making around $8,000 to $10,000 a month on this specific product, and then let's say it tanks for whatever reason, and then everyone's making the half of what they used to make. You're still making a decent amount of income. So that's something that you guys should consider, is wiggle room for your prices, for the revenue, and that's just all that to consider. So like I said, going to the reviews, what I like to do is don't be scared if there's people with hundreds of reviews for a specific product, because you have to look at their listing. Like the previous product that I did, there was someone on there that had like 150 or 200 reviews, but their listing was horrible. But the only reason that they got sales is because they had that many reviews and there was that social proof there. So that does not mean that you can't jump onto the market, differentiate, make better pictures, and basically overcome that person, right? So you just have to keep that in mind, guys. And if there's only a couple people in there that have 100 reviews while everybody else maybe only has a couple reviews, maybe like 10, 15, 20, all the way up to maybe even 60 or 70 reviews, and they're still doing well, then that is a sign that it's low barrier to entry for that product market. So you just have to keep that in mind, guys. And going on to the rating for these products, like generally stay around 3.5 to 5 star ratings. Now if you come across a product market where you see a lot of people making money, but they have very low ratings, that is another opportunity, and that's another sign that should click in your head and be like, oh, okay, what is wrong with this product? Literally just click on the product, read the reviews, read the 1-star reviews, and figure out why that is that the product has that low review. So you can actually repair that or improve it, and then put that product on the market, make that evident that you had that repair, and then people will start buying your product. So it's all a mind game, guys. It just comes down to how good you are at identifying products and doing product research. And then also for the pro version, I believe, I don't know if the light version shows this, but it shows you the weight, the fees, the liquidity, and then let me see here. And yeah, guys, that's basically the overview for it. So I'll go over it again one more time with like how the reviews are set up here. If everybody in like the first top 10 listings have if they have less than 100 reviews, if at least more than half of them have less than 100 reviews, then there is some opportunity in that market. So you just have to consider that. And also, of course, you can keep scrolling down and see if people maybe towards the bottom of the page, maybe they have a couple of reviews, but they're still making a decent amount of money each month. So you have to consider that as well. And then you can even extract the next page like this, click down there, and then see what other people are doing on the second page as well. And then, if you have people on the second page that have low amount of reviews and they're still making a decent amount of income each month, that's telling you, hey, this product has a lot of demand. These people really like this product and they're willing to go on the second page to buy it. And the number one thing that I want you guys to remember, when you're launching your products, your goal needs to be not to just get simply on the first page, but it's to make it in the first top 10 sellers right here, because that's where most of the sales are at. 70% of the sales are within the first top 10 organic ranked people or sellers for that product. So you just have to keep that in mind. So if you're able to push yourself all the way up to the top, even if you don't have that many reviews, maybe like maybe 5 to 10 reviews, then you're going to be able to stick. You're going to be able to start getting a lot of organic sales. So hopefully you guys understand the Jungle Scout Chrome extension better. And now if you see products on here that are aren't related to your product at all that you were looking at, you can literally just exit them out, and you don't have to consider them at all when making your decision on whether or not you should jump onto a product. So yeah, guys, hopefully you understand exactly what I'm talking about in this video. And Jungle Scout, the Chrome extension, is very useful. It's very helpful. It's going to be your main tool that you're going to be using in order to figure out if a product is good or not. So you definitely do need to invest in it, in a tool like this or Viral Launch. I don't know of any other type of tools out there that have the same purpose as these, but those are the two that I know of. So you guys should definitely jump onto these. Make sure you like down below and comment on what you guys want to see next. I have plenty of templates down in the description. And also make sure you subscribe, guys. Subscribe to my channel. I come out with a lot of content, like daily, sometimes every other day. And I don't want you guys to miss out on that, because a lot of people that upload on YouTube, they don't upload this much content. So just make sure you guys keep that in mind. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.